Good morning, everybody. This is our astrology weather forecast for the 29th of July, 2025. And we have got the moon in Libra today. Moon does form a trine to Pluto, which is helpful because the undercurrent of balance and cooperation and give and take that we're trying to achieve is supported by that plutonic energy of willingness, because it's a trine, willingness to deal with hard things and having wisdom and insight and energy to do the work of balancing and making whatever changes or adjustments need to be made so we can have the kind of success that we're looking for. It's a fabulous trine. We do have a little bit of difficulty with Mercury and Mars being in a semi-square. Does make us a little bit mouthy. We need to be careful about choosing to be right over having good arguments, because we do have a problem with heat. When we have Mars and Mercury in the mix with each other, we can get a little bit odd under the collar when it comes to the idea of being wrong or being seen in a way that, we aren't as masterful or as crafty as we'd like to be. So we can be kind of an idiot in our pursuit of being seen as intelligent. So we just need to really prioritize good communication and getting our point across and understanding and being understood rather than winning or supremacy or being able to do a slam dunk, because that doesn't give us what it is that we're actually looking for. That is a shortcut that we're taking. We're always dealing with that, with those hard aspects between Mercury and anything. But Mercury and Mars, we're taking a shortcut to feeling like we have the right perspective, or we got the right information, or we consult the right sources. It's an ego slam dunk that is disguised as intellectual supremacy, or you know couch it however you want. You're just being a meathead. So don't prioritize meatheadedness, because you end up looking like a caveman. You don't look like the intellectual that we think we are being in the moment. We might get away with it to some degree. We will get some pushback in the form of comments like, oh, whatever, or, oh, is that the way it is? Or see, there is a manifestation of our idiocy, but it isn't like a square where we come directly up against conflict that is consistent. It's more like a assertion of, pushback or disbelief, but then we just get the eye roll, and somebody goes about their own business, and we feel like, yeah, yeah, uh-huh. It's the same concept as, how to better explain a semi-square of Mercury. Sometimes when I get rude comments or challenging comments, usually outright rude comments on my videos or on a post or something, I have a rule, a personal rule, that I do not get sucked into that. I would try to prove my point early in my career, and then realized it was just a terrible manifestation of my Mars Mercury opposite Jupiter. It's just embarrassing. I don't do that anymore. I have a personal rule that I will respond to you one time. I'll give you something one time, but I don't come back. That's it. That's it. I'll make the one comment or the one response. And I realize that is interpreted from the other person, because I don't come back after they come back, I do realize that that is interpreted as on their end, like, I won. See, she's not even going to show her face again. And you have to choose not to pick that up. I just came to the point where I chose to not put any energy into any more proof. That's what we're looking at semi-squares, is I don't know if that's a good example, but it's an example. We have these opportunities to get hooked in with semi-squares, squares, sesquiquadrates. And to the degree that we take the bait is the degree that we remain in the conflict. So we want to find a balance between asserting our truth and not being pulled into the sandbox and throwing sand at each other in a more infantile effort to win. Because we're triggered. We're not acting or responding or opining in a wholly mindful way. It's more scattered. So watch out for scattered responses, because they're very revealing. We don't realize it so much, but others do see with squares, oppositions, the other hard aspects. They see our weak points in that our reactivity can be very revealing. Where we think it's not, it's proving our righteousness. Semi-squares, they're funny. Okay, guys, have a great have a great day. Be careful of those aspects. I do think that the moon is a subtly helpful influence, because we do have a pretty good amount of Pluto coming into things. When we have good aspects to Pluto, it does tend to smooth over whatever insights we do come to, because it's less of a burn. It's helpful. Have a great day.